What is going on, everybody? It is 5:30. Market's been closed for an hour and a half, and I streamed the whole market today. I streamed it from open to close, from 9 to 4. And I'm just going to follow up, man. If you were a part of the day, I appreciate it. If you made some money, more power to you. If we didn't quite get there, maybe tomorrow's your day. But I just want to jump on a live and do a quick follow up with this. And I'm going to turn off a couple of these graphics real quick. Definitely join the chat for sure. If you're a part of the community, I do appreciate it. So GameStop today it was a wild ride, man. It was a roller coaster. So I started the day off up a good pretty penny, about 3,000. Put 6 grand in yesterday, and it opened up strong. I sold in the morning and then dumped 10,000 back in on a dip at an average of about 121, and we rode it all day. I'm gonna pull up the chart here and look at what happened. So this right here in the white, this is our day. This is what happened to us. This is where it went, and then we can talk about where people thought it might go and what the exit points were. So, it sold off in the morning like it always does, like every stock does in the morning. Fell pretty hard, bought in on the downside, and then we rode it all the way up, this slow escalator all the way up. And this was strong, breaking through every wall, every support, everything on the way up, just crushing it, which was phenomenal. It was amazing. At one point up here, it reached 184. And that is the point where I should have just dipped out and at least closed half my position. But I decided I was just going to ride it out with these guys a little longer. So I did, rode it out. And there was no news. There was nothing crazy happening. We had some big red candles. I mean, this right here, we're looking at the 5-minute chart. That sucker dropped, man, $10, like immediately. And then we rode it up and down and up and down and up and down all the way to market close. And market closed at 108. So we opened at like 150, somewhere in this area. Yeah, 166 at market open, closed at 108. Not amazing. It did not do what we needed it to do, for sure. There was money to be made. Don't get me wrong. There was a lot of money to be made. And on the upside of this, I had a lot of questions come through during the live about what's a good entry point. 125 was the entry point for the day. That was the bottom go-to number. And as the day went on, I just said, if you're not in this game, just wait it out. Unless you're willing to risk losing 20%, because at the point where we were getting into the 125 range, if you bought in at 125 and it hits $100, you're down 20%. And if you're comfortable with losing 20% potentially, then by all means, that was your entry point. But let's talk about where we go tomorrow. So the after hours right now has been trading kind of interesting. It's been up and down, up and down. It's still holding over $100, which is honestly not terrible. Yesterday closed at 91, rocketed it up to 200, leveled out at 160 by the time market opened. And today we'll see what it does. We still have 3 hours, 20 minutes before it's completely closed for the night. And the sell-off is pretty much happened. Well, let's look at let's back it up here to, this is the 15-minute. So we've got two choices of two options that this could happen. This could rocket back up to somewhere around 150 tomorrow, which is still the bottom. Even if let's just say we take out the bottom of yesterday at 130, so we could hit 130, and that would be our entry point for tomorrow to market. That's possible. It's possible that'll do that. Now, it's also possible that after hours, we could see 150 open somewhere around 130, dip down below 100, and ride it back up to today's low area at 125 to 130 before it falls again. That's a very possible realization. So if you look at some entry points for tomorrow, depending on where the aftermarket pre-market ends up, that'll determine where you want to get in if this is still in play tomorrow. Now, if we look at the market as a whole, there's a good bit of red, and we had a very green day for the majority of the market. And then we had some big sell-offs, and that had a lot to do with some stuff that wasn't even completely stock market related, just federal related. So what we need to look at is, if you're playing the Gamestop, this is where we're coming back to. In the next coming days, we're coming back somewhere into this $60 mark or lower. What we do before we get there is still up in the air. So I would look tomorrow, if we hold the line at $100 something bucks for the day. If we don't open on the upside, there's going to be a big dip for sure. So what I did is I went ahead and put my sell order in with Cash App for 930. I'm going to sell at the ding regardless, and then come back into it after the dip, see where it goes. And I also have some shares in Robinhood. And then tonight I threw in, before market closed, I threw in $1,000 into Tesla for an overnight play because Tesla was down 8%. And Tesla's been riding kind of a slow downtrend. I'm going to put it on the 1 hour. So Tesla's actually kind of gearing up for a little bounce. Tesla should bounce back up. And I didn't want to burn a day trade, but also if I can make an extra $20 overnight or $50 overnight, then let's let that ride. Tesla's more stable of a stock, in my opinion. If it's going to take a loss, it's only going to be 1 or 2%. Other things that happened, Etsy had a huge spike on their earnings, and then of course it's going to freaking tank because they all do. But looking at our watch list overall, it's a lot of red. It's a lot of red after hours. So going into Friday, it's going to be interesting. You know, AMC peaked today at 11.89. Well, that was yesterday, 11.89. It's just over almost $11, and now it's going back down. And will it come back up? Probably. Tomorrow, probably not. We might see a small gain. So my goals for tomorrow, going into Friday and the weekend, are to grab a stock that hits a 15% gain at some point throughout the day. Which one it's going to be, I'm not sure yet. GameStop still has potential to throw a 15 to 40% in there, and we'll see. What's up, buddy? I think GME, I think we will know more about what it's going to do coming into the pre-market in the morning. So right now, you know, it took a big dip going into the end of the day, and I don't know if you're holding into it, you're going to buy some tomorrow. So here's what I was just kind of talking about is today it opened up right here, right here at like 169. It was up great, and then it tanked $60. Wherever it starts tomorrow, it's going to do that again. Like, undoubtedly, it's going to tank. I don't think it will tank $60. If it opens at 100, if we don't go up tonight, it opens at 100, it might dip down to 70. It could dip down to 70 real quick. That would be your entry point. If you buy at the bell, you're going to be immediately disappointed. So I would wait and see. You know, let's see what happens at 9 o'clock tonight, and then let's see what happens at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Those are kind of the 2 points where we need to know in the after hours. I'm gonna back up here, what it's doing, because yesterday we peaked real quick after hours. It was it wasn't that late, 6, almost 7 o'clock before we started building this bull flag again, and it looked good. Oh, you did great, buddy. I should have sold at 170. I didn't. I wrote it out. I wrote it out too long. I still came out up on top, but I gave up 3,000 bucks in profit by just holding it out and seeing. And I almost held it all through. I closed about 3/4 of my position. So I had 81 shares and I have 23 shares still in GameStop at close. And then I added 8 more. So I'm sitting at 31 shares going into tomorrow. And we'll see what happens with it. You know, my plan was let's watch it open up and buy the dip and throw everything that I took out back into it. So I'll be, you know, about 10,000 bucks into it tomorrow if all goes as planned. And we'll ride it up, you know, and I'll be happy with pulling out 10% or 20% gains tomorrow. I've got 1 day trade left to burn in Cash App, and I've got I think two or three left in Robinhood. So we'll see what comes of it. You know, and I talked about my live earlier is I threw it in Cash App because Robinhood takes too long to settle that kind of money. Robinhood will give me like 1,000 or 2,000 of it to play with right now, and then the rest of it would just sit there. So on a spur of the moment, scratch an itch, Cash App was my go-to. It's not ideal for every other reason out there, but if you want to burn a quick day trade, more power to you. That's the way to go. So I've got right now 3,500 sitting in Cash App. I got 1,000 bucks in Tesla, 2,500 in AMC, and I've got 5,500 sitting on the sidelines for tomorrow. And we'll see what happens. I'm going to sell the Tesla first thing in the morning. That was just an overnight play to see if it moved up because we were sitting down so low at 8% down today. And, you know, there's a good chance that tomorrow Tesla will pop up and at least get me, you know, if nothing else, it just held my money overnight. But there's a solid chance that Tesla will bump up and be 1 or 2% up in the morning, you know, and no one's mad about any green. So if it's up 20 bucks, cool. We'll take that and put it into another one. The other ones that had good movement today was CCIV. You know, we had a solid push up and then it was just down. It was just a freaking downward trend. Look at that. It's so wild, but that was kind of market all around. We go to AMC. AMC's hurting in the after hours. It was up to, you know, 10 bucks most of the day, and now it's sitting down at 8 bucks. That sucks. But I kind of called that earlier, like that's going to happen. It was holding the line at 10. It was doing great at 10, but, you know, everything started selling off, and it was no exception. So a bunch of it hit the floor. What else hit the floor? Tilray hit the floor today. I mean, Tilray's trading at 24 bucks. Man, that's painful. I was doing great in my Tilray calls, and now they just warmed me up. That's what happened. Workhorse had a small comeback today at 24%, and it's given up a third of that already. So it's really kind of been a bloodbath. All of them. Look at that. Sundial was up 160, dropped 30 cents. What else is popular? This one, Socket, went to fucking, it was low Earth orbit, up 68%, and then closed it up 16. It gave up, and now down 1, so it gave up, you know, 50% in the day. Snap gave it up. Look at all of these. They all hit the floor. Every one of them. Except Rocket. Look at Rocket go. It's Rocket did all right. Came out at 21. Started the day at, yeah, Rocket did okay. Shot up. Not terrible. Riot down. Redfin ate it. Plug ate it. Pinduo ate it. Pfizer ate it. Penn ate it. I mean, I get notifications from Penn all the time that it's up. Look at this. PayPal. All of these charts, what do they have in common? What does every freaking chart have in common right now? This is so wild. Look at it. Boom, boom, boom. This is today. This is the 5-minute chart today. Every freaking stock ate it. I'm hoping to find one that didn't eat it. Honestly, at this point, this kind of looks like Tuesday right here. It's brutal. You know, they say hindsight's 2020. Bro, look at this. Boom. Oh, load. Okay, there we go. That one had a little better dip, but you know, load ate it the rest of the week. So more power to him on that. Churchill ate it, ate it, ate it, burned in the ground, down, Bitcoin down. This is market wide. Look at that. Bam. Down. Down. Every chart identical. So this is what happened today. So don't lose out yet, because there's still hope. There's still hope for GameStop to come out. You know, GameStop had a better chart than most with that high. So going in tomorrow, we'll see, man. Anything's possible. This is a wild ride. I look forward to jumping on a live in the morning again. I can't really sit on it for 7 hours tomorrow. I do have other stuff I got to do, but I'm probably going to just let the stream go, and I'll back play it and pop in and out as I can, and see what's happening. And, you know, maybe I'll throw up one of the other guys' commentary in the background when I'm not there, like I did today. I streamed some Meet Kevin a little bit, and I like listening to him. So let's see what tomorrow brings. You know, this is a wild ride. If I could afford those damn puts, I would have loaded up on them. But you're talking $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a put, and if you bought one at 170 today, bro, that's crazy profit right there. If you bought a put thinking that thing was going to touch down at 90 something bucks, and you sold that at 359, you did hella good. So I'm interested to see what you guys are holding or what you're looking to do tomorrow. Ooh wee, that's loud. And you know, let's see what happens. So in the meantime, I'm going to go work on some other projects. So I'll see you guys in the morning, and leave some comments in the video here and let me know what you're doing. I'd like to talk about them for sure, and join the chat. I like the company. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.